I'm Rafael. I'm Lourdes. I'm Vicente. We are Teams for Unity and we want to live for a united world. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our very first transmission of Zero Hunger with the world into the world. We are glad you're all here with us.
Além de ser transmitido
Besides being
em
transmitted on
YouTube,
5 YouTube
esta
channels,
transmissão
this
está a ser
transmission
transmitida
is
pela
also
Rede
on
Mundial
Tropicana
de
TV in
Transmissão,
Brazil,
à qual
to
agradecemos.
which we are grateful for their support.
Hoje estão presentes
Today,
pessoas de
people from
todos
all
os cantos
corners
do
of the
mundo,
world
do
are here,
Brasil à Angola,
from
da
Brazil to
Itália
Angola,
ao Paquistão,
from
de
Italy to
França
Pakistan,
ao Peru.
from France to Peru,
também do Líbano,
also from Lebanon,
Holanda,
Belgium, Ireland, Panama,
México,
Cameroon, Jordan, Mexico, Colombia, Spain, Venezuela.
portanto, muita
So
diversidade,
lots of diversity with over 35 countries.
que
That
engloba
includes all kinds of religion, cultures, mentalities, ethnic groups. And we all have something in common, a great will to help others. This is kind of people who contribute to more comprehensive and solidary societies and to a better world. What we're going to see today shows that socially, altruism and empathy are the key to success. Today's program is divided into 3 parts.
Ousar cuida. O propósito é colocar o cuidado em primeiro lugar e fazer com que se torne
First,
uma ideia
take care
mudar as prioridades das nossas comunidades, políticas e das nossas vidas como
so that
cidadãos.
take care of others so that we can change the politics in our society. The 3 parts of our current program are: first, we'll give you the historical context in which we'll explain the reasons and circumstances of the creation of the Zero Hunger Project. Then, together with 20 countries and their experiences, we will show you how we live zero hunger. Finally, we'll set challenges so that we all live the Zero Hunger Project. Throughout the transmission, those who have questions or would like to make any comments can do it on chat. Then our moderators will answer them. Now we'll show you a report on RTP2 about Zero Hunger.
Ela recorda que 33% dos alimentos são hoje desperdiçados e acabam no lixo. Anualmente, o custo deste desperdício ascende aos 750 bilhões de dólares. Só nos Estados Unidos, 40% dos alimentos produzidos acabam por não ser consumidos. O desperdício tem custos ambientais, com os restos alimentares a contribuírem em 10% para os gases com efeito de estufa. 40% do desperdício alimentar em casa é constituído por fruta e vegetais. Todos os anos, a Europa lança no lixo 100 milhões de toneladas de alimentos. Toda a água utilizada no cultivo de alimentos desperdiçados seria suficiente para abastecer diariamente 9 milhões de pessoas. Neste momento existem 840 milhões de pessoas vítimas de subnutrição crónica. O projeto Fome Zero é neste momento uma causa, mas 1/3 de tudo aquilo que se produz em termos alimentares acaba no lixo ou desperdiçado. Só 1/4 daquilo que desperdiçamos seria o suficiente para acabar com a fome no mundo. Por isso, todos temos um papel a desempenhar. Abraçar a campanha Fome Zero. Não desperdiçar. Comprar apenas o que necessitamos. Comprar aos produtores locais. Para o Teams for Unity, este é um objetivo para 2030, em direção a um mundo unido.
A Fome Zero foi lançada em
Zero Hunger was launched in Brazil in 2003. Its goal was to eradicate hunger and malnutrition in Brazil, tackle the underlying causes, mainly poverty. In 2015, the United Nations created a program called SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals, aiming to address 17 problems worldwide with a sustainable development, which affects social reality, economy, and environment, and promotes peace and justice. Until 2030, the Sustainable Development Goals will be based on progress and lessons from the 8 development goals of the millennium, set between 2000 and 2015, and other results of joint work by governments and citizens all over the world. In the 2030 agenda, one of the 17 Sustainable Development Goals is called Zero Hunger, based on the Brazilian project, which has had excellent results. Finally, the FAO has challenged us, Teams for Unity, to work together in this challenge. We thought about you, Teams for Unity, because we know you were focused on others. Now, let's see some experiences across the world. Many more have been sent to us, but it would be impossible to show them all here. Thank you so much. We promise to post them on our social networking sites. I'd like to tell you about my experience with Teams for Unity in Burundi. We fed street kids. We did it together with an association that feeds them every week. It wasn't easy because we had to feed 120 people. And we didn't have enough money. Each one of us made a contribution to make it possible. For example, my parents had given me money to buy things for school and to buy some new shoes. But I decided I could keep wearing the same shoes from last year. Therefore, I just bought the things for school. We made a contribution with the money for the others. We managed to collect enough money because God helped us. My wish as a teenage for unity is the eradication of hunger in the world. We can help by not wasting food. I often left food on my plate. We should help because what we waste, someone lacks. We can all have food to eat. If we're together, we will come to a point when nobody will starve.
gusesagura ibyo kurya kugira na wa wundi muntu adashobora kuronka ibyo kurya ashobore kubironka. Ku isi yose umwe wese arashobora kuronka icyo afungura. Twebwe rero dushoboye kuba hamwe tugashobora kunga ubumwe twese turashobora gushika aho ata muntu n'umwe ashobora kugira icyo afungura. Force Gen 3, soyons unis pour la fin.
Go for it, Gen 3.
My myself, Akash Ramankutti, a volunteer of Shanti Ashram. There are many victims around the world of poverty, and the children are the most vulnerable. In 2012, the young volunteers of Shanti Ashram had started this initiative named India Poverty Solutions. If this initiative had to be defined in a statement, it would be by the children, for the children, of the children to end poverty. After the initial focus group meet and the advocacy, the children are invited to save their money in this mud piggy bank from September to January. At that time period, the Shanti Ashram team follows up with these children once in a month through a letter, phone call, or email. At the end, the piggy banks are collected and broken, and the total amount will be counted in front of the children. Then it will be separated into 3 equal parts. The first part will be given to the child, the second one will be given to the child's family, and the last one will be given to India Poverty Solution. Little drops of water makes the mighty ocean.
My name is Fabian Clive, and by profession, I am a teacher. I know the folklore movement since 1999. I attended the workshop about Zero Hunger in 2018, and I was wondering what I can do in my own capacity. Later, I had a word with the principal, and she told me to organize an event in which we can give an awareness program to the students. For this program, there were almost 400 students. And from that, we tried to tell them the SDGs, telling them focusing on zero hunger. And then from that meeting only, we formed a society by the name of Zero Hunger Society. And the purpose for that society was to help the students who are in need, who are in difficulty. So we tried to help those students by giving them biscuits and juices in the break time. And then later, those students give them Christmas gifts even. And it was going very well, and the children were very happy for this. Later, we worked with Folklore families, and we went towards interior Sindh, and we helped the people living in cottages. And the happiness which they felt, it was something which was unexplainable. And for this, they were super excited. And we also got energy to do something more about this. Later, a priest contacted me from Nagar Parker from Sindh, and he requested us to do something for the hostel children. And in that hostel, there were Muslim children also, Hindu children also, and even the Christian children. And for that, we gathered warm clothes for them, joggers for them, and eatable items also. For this, father was very happy, and he really appreciated. Later, when the COVID got started, it was a moment of tense for everyone. So we were wondering either to help or not to help. But still, we took a step and helped, starting from our parish only. So we helped almost 30 people who belong to different families and who are facing a lot of financial problems. And for this, the priest was also very happy. Later, we tried not to limit ourselves to our surrounding. We went towards Kotri also and tried to ask our friends to help for this. And over there, we helped more than 50 families. So in this way, we try to feel that everyone is able to make their part by taking some steps. In these days of Advent also, we feel that this is the moment that we also try to give. And we believe that if we give, then God is going to bless us more. Like as the target being set in the 2030, that we have to eradicate hunger. And I think it can be possible if we work together.
Ciao a tutti, mi chiamo Carol.
Hello,
sono del
everyone.
And I want to share my experience about Zero Hunger. जब ये प्रोजेक्ट लॉन्च हुआ था तो हम लोगों ने स्टार्ट किया था कि हम लोग मुख्तलिफ स्कूलों में जाएं और उन तक ज़ीरो हंगर पहुंचा सके। और उसके बाद फिर कोविड-19 की वजह से लॉकडाउन लग गया, जिसकी वजह से हम इसको आगे नहीं बढ़ा सके। फिर जैसे लॉकडाउन खुला तो मैंने सोचा कि शायद मेरे स्कूल में इसकी ज़रूरत है। मेरा ज़ीरो हंगर के बारे में एक्सपीरियंस है कि Gen 3 होते हुए जब हमने 3 रूल्स फॉलो किए थे, जो कि थे हेड, हार्ट और हैंड्स। तो हैंड्स में हम लोगों ने प्रॉमिस किया था दैट वी विल इनवाइट अदर्स, और हम लोग अपने शेयर करेंगे आइडियाज़ और ज़ीरो हंगर के बारे में अपने फ्रेंड्स के साथ, क्लासमेट्स के साथ। तो इस पर गौर करते हुए मैंने सोचा कि हमारे स्कूल में भी होना चाहिए, क्योंकि हमारे स्कूल में काफ़ी जन हैं और टीचर भी हैं जो फोकलारे को जानते हैं और फोकलारे के मेंबर हैं। तो हमारे स्कूल में इजीली मुझे लगता था हो जाएगा। और फिर मैं चाहती थी कि एक छोटी सी टीम आए फोकलर से जो हमारी हेल्प करे। और फिर मैं और एक और जन थे, हम लोग इसी तरह से सिस्टर के पास गए, अपनी प्रिंसिपल के पास, क्योंकि वो एक और भी अपनी कांग्रेगेशन का भी प्रोजेक्ट स्कूल में करवा रही हैं। तो वो बहुत ज़्यादा पहले उन्होंने मुझसे पूछा कि आप कहाँ से सीख रहे हो, क्या कर रहे हो। मुझे लगा शायद वो मान जाएंगी और इट विल बी ईजी फॉर अस। तो उन्होंने रिजेक्ट कर दिया कि नहीं, अभी एक और प्रोजेक्ट भी हो रहा है तो यू कांट डू इट। और फिर हम लोग इतने अपसेट हुए और हम लोग बाहर आए, लेकिन हमने से यसु मतरूक समझा और यसु मतरूक को प्यार करते हुए हमने इसका एक्सपीरियंस किया। बट आफ्टर 2 डेज़ मैं सिस्टर के पास से गुजरी थी तो उन्होंने मुझे रोका और उन्होंने मुझे कहा कि टॉक टू योर सर, अपने सर से बात करो कि आप अपनी क्लास में करो पहले, फिर जो मुझे वो बताएंगे फिर उसके साथ फिर मैं देखूँगी। फिर मैंने अपने सर से बात की तो वो फ़ौरन मान गए थे कि ठीक है, हम कर सकते हैं। फिर एक दिन 24 फरवरी को मैंने अपने क्लास में किया था। क्लास में मैंने ज़ीरो हंगर के बारे में बताया था, क्योंकि हमने यूएनओ के बारे में पहले भी पढ़ा हुआ है, तो किसी को ज़्यादा मुश्किल नहीं हुई थी इसको समझने के लिए, प्रोजेक्ट्स को। तो मैंने उनको बताया कि इसकी ज़रूरत क्या है और हमें क्यों इसको अपनाना चाहिए। मैंने इसकी ज़रूरत ये बताई थी कि हम लोग इसमें ना रंग देखते हैं, ना नस्ल, ना कौम, किसी चीज़ को और स्पेशली मज़हब को नहीं देखते। हम लोग इंसानियत के तौर पर करते हैं। हम लोग चाहते हैं कि हमारी फैमिलीज़ अच्छा खाना खाएं, तंदुरुस्त रहें। तो इसी तरह दूसरों की फैमिलीज़, हम लोग उनको भी अपने बहन भाई, अपने माँ बाप समझते हुए उनकी मदद कर सकते हैं। तो मैंने उनको एंड पे क्यारा का एक्सपीरियंस भी बताया था। एंड मैंने इसी में किया था कि गोल्डन रूल पर अमल करना है हमें, जो कि तमाम किताबों में पाया जाता है, मजहबी किताबों में। इसके अलावा मैंने क्यारा के एक्सपीरियंस पे किया था और बाइबल मुक़द्दस की एक आयत से एंड किया था कि दो तो तुम्हें दिया जाएगा। और इसमें मैंने क्यारा का ये एक्सपीरियंस बताया था कि जब क्यारा के पास सिर्फ एक अंडा था जंग के दौरान, तो वो भी एक गरीब औरत ने मांगा तो क्यारा ने उसे दे दिया। और उसके बाद उसके पास 12 अंडे आए थे। यही है कि अगर हम किसी को यीशु के लिए देते हैं तो यीशु उसका हमें 2 गुना देता है। अभी जैसा कि लॉकडाउन खुल गया है तो अभी हम लोग दोबारा से इसको स्टार्ट करेंगे और दूसरे लोगों तक, दूसरे बच्चों को इसमें इन्वॉल्व करेंगे।
चाओ, मेरा नाम केविन है और मैं 7th क्लास में और मैं एक जन 3 हूँ। और मेरा एक्सपीरियंस ज़ीरो हंगर के बारे में ये है कि ये प्रोजेक्ट लॉन्च होने से पहले हम लोग इतना अवेयर नहीं थे कि चीज़ें वेस्ट नहीं करनी, खाना वगैरह, पानी वगैरह, या फिर इलेक्ट्रिसिटी वेस्ट नहीं करनी। तो जैसे ये प्रोजेक्ट लॉन्च हुआ, हम लोगों को इसके बारे में पता चला तो हम लोग अवेयर हुए और पहले हम लोग खाना, जितना खाना होता था उससे ज़्यादा ले लेते थे और बाद में वेस्ट कर देते थे। तो जब से हम लोगों को इसका पता चला तो हम लोग उतना ही लेते थे जितना हम लोगों ने खाना होता था। और इलेक्ट्रिसिटी को हम लोग इसी तरह से करते थे कि अगर कहीं पर कोई बल्ब ऑन छोड़ रहा है तो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी वेस्ट हो रही है, या उसको याद करवा देते थे, या फिर हम लोग खुद जाकर वो बंद कर देते थे और इलेक्ट्रिसिटी सेव करते थे। तो और हमारी फैमिली पूरी इन्वॉल्व है इसमें। हमारी पूरी फैमिली इस पर काम करती है और अमल करती है ज़ीरो हंगर पर। अगर कोई भूल जाए तो हम लोग उसको याद करवाते हैं। अगर कोई कहीं पर खाना वेस्ट कर रहा है, पानी वेस्ट कर रहा है, तो हम लोग उसको याद कराते हैं कि ज़ीरो हंगर पर अमल करें और वो चीज़ें ना वेस्ट करें। थैंक यू। और ये मेरा छोटा सा एक एक्सपीरियंस।
Hello, I'm Karen Lee, the middle school student leader of Philippine Service Learning. I'm an 8th grade student at Tradec International. When I was in 6th grade, I have participated in a leadership training program, and since 7th grade, I have led the 7th A. Philippine Service Learning, or PSL, is a group that aims to help less privileged students in the Philippines. More specifically, we help 2 schools, which are Aniseta de Lara Pimentel High School and Labo Sanzic Technology High School. They are both in Labo, Philippines. We have helped the schools by providing food as well as school supplies. We have also visited the Philippines consistently. More specifically, for UNSDG number 2, Zero Hunger, PSL has an ongoing nutrition program. This program helps to provide meals for students who are unable to provide enough food for themselves. Originally, it was a program that provided free breakfast and lunch from Monday to Friday in school. However, now, students cannot go to school and must stay at home to study with a modular learning program. Because of this, PSL's feeding program has been modified so that we can get food packs. Parents of the recipients go to school every Monday to get the modular learning materials along with the PSL food packs. Many teachers and parents volunteer to help pack the food. The purpose of this new modified feeding program is for the students to stay healthy and to encourage some of the less privileged students to continue their education. No hunger is an important issue to me personally. When I was young, of course, I did not understand the world. However, once I got to know about what is happening in the world regarding zero hunger, I think that the first thing that I felt was that I thought it was unfair for the less privileged people to not be able to have the access to the resources that we take for granted. I want everyone to be able to have access to a proper meal every day. Though what I do may not be able to provide food for everyone in the world, I really hope that me and PSL can bring a change to the lives of a few students. At the end of the day, I want to know that a few more students can sleep with a full stomach. That is why I believe that zero hunger is such an important issue these days, and that is why I spend my time helping the students in PSL.
We've recently made this video with the Venezuelan migrants. We've helped nearly 120 people. We have here in Lima a center called Juan Carlos. He was our assistant general until last year when he died in an accident. We can say that providence always comes in 1,000 ways. Food, clothes, medicine, school supplies, and nappies for children and the elderly, some furniture for the house, all sorts of things.
Directo al cielo, no somos ángeles, no nos caímos del cielo, la gente que busca el amor verdadero, gente que quiere un mundo sincero, la gente que unida lo cambiará. Ángeles, no nos caímos del cielo, la gente que busca el amor verdadero, gente que quiere un mundo sincero, la gente que unida lo cambiará. Unida lo cambiará. Lo verá. Gente que luchará. Unida lo intentará. Lo verá. Gente que arriesgará.
Oi, eu sou a Isabel.
Hello, I'm Isabel, a gentry from Manaus, Amazonia, Brazil. I'm going to tell you about my experience. Last Christmas, I took part in a social initiative together with other Gen3 and Gen2 to deliver some baskets and presents for the vulnerable families in a community in need. As that occurred during the coronavirus pandemic, we had to overcome our fears and to hold the necessary precautions so that we wouldn't get infected. When we got there, we split up into small groups and delivered the food baskets to each household. There, we got the opportunity to talk and get a better understanding of the reality of each family. For me, it was very gratifying to take part in this campaign. I was very happy because I could see a twinkle in people's eyes and their happiness. They kept saying, thank you, thank you, thank you, with a wonderful expression of gratitude and happiness. So for me, it was very good to go there. And I came back home very pleased and with such peace in my heart. Hi, I'm Lara, I'm 17, and I'm a Gen 3 who lives in the interior of São Paulo in Brazil. I would like to share my experience with you. In 2019, I took part in a congress at the Mariápolis Gineta Center, where I got to know the project Zero Hunger Generation. That project moved me a lot. When I returned to Americana, my hometown, I wanted to put it into practice And the place to do it, I thought, was the school where I studied. I talked to one of the people responsible for the region, MIDE, and also to the coordinators, directors, and everyone else who were ahead of the school. All of them accepted these products in an incredible way. So the focus of this project was helping people from within the school, students and employees who were in need. Our goal was to start first from within, to help ourselves first, and then start thinking about the macro level. We managed to collect toys, food, hygiene products, and everything we ourselves could collect. The students themselves made donations. It was an amazing experience because we didn't know exactly who we were donating these products to, but we knew we were doing it. There was a very large group of people doing good to others, to people we didn't know about. For this reason, talking to the coordinators of the school, we thought it better that the students and employees who needed that help shouldn't be exposed once many people frequently feel embarrassed or don't feel comfortable enough. Hello, I'm Juan Pablo from Mexico, and I'm here on behalf of the children from the Unity Mexico City. Here's our plan was to buy things for a basic pantry for a family. First, we thought how we could do it, the way and the resources. Then we decided to raise money for each person. But how and where will we raise the money? Well, we learned to make cakes and desserts so that we could sell them, and this way raise money to buy the basic things you need in a pantry. Well, this was quite fun. Although there were a few setbacks, they didn't turn out serious. We had a great time learning to cook. As we were together, we got a great result. After we raised the money, we put it into a bank account. As I said before, we used it to buy things for a pantry. At the end of the day, we made it. This was a beautiful Christmas gift. I must say it was a Christmas gift. I honestly hope we can do it again soon. Not only were we learning and having fun, but also contributing to a good cause. That's it. I'm Juan Pablo. Goodbye. With the arrival of winter, we realized that many people could suffer from cold. A bazaar for families in need. How to meet these needs. 20 teenagers from Florence and Cairo. We were thus able to donate blankets for families, 100 blankets for the cold winter. Our experience with Zero Hunger Project started in June 2018 when we took part in a Gen 3 International Congress. The program included one day in Rome with a visit to FAO building and the participation of a conference in a plenary room. Together with Gen 3 from Congress, I became a Zero Hunger citizen. I made 2 honor commitments so I could contribute to the goal. My wife, my son, and I watched the conference live at home, and we decided to become Zero Hunger citizens, making 3 commitments, one of which is to promote Zero Hunger Project. Therefore, Along with my teacher colleagues at school, I organized an event on the World Food Day, the 16th of October, making students and their families aware. Every student, around 250, decided to become zero hunger citizens, making 3 commitments. Our was make known, make aware, and take action using your brain, your heart, and hands to form the zero hunger generation.
Per poter formare una generazione fame zero. Il mio impegno è continuato anche.
In order to keep my commitment, I've organized other events in several areas, always with the aim of getting new zero hunger citizens at nearby schools, children from the football school, and with families from our local community. When I had to decide what subject I should write about in my final exam, I decided to add another commitment to my passport, make the zero hunger goal known, and therefore tell about my experience with FAO. I decided to create a website called My Commitment for a Zero Hunger World, to make people aware and get my classmates and teachers involved, inviting them to become zero hunger citizens. The confirmation of my success in this came a few days later when my former maths teacher asked for my permission to use my website to talk about the zero hunger to other students. I'm carrying on my commitment this peculiar school year with mainly online learning activities in my physical education classes, challenging students to take on a healthier, more active and sustainable lifestyle.
Hi everyone, my name is Miriam and I'm from Ireland. Last year in November, we met with the Teens for Unity from Malta, Kenya, Ireland and Iceland. It was a great opportunity to get to know each other's cultures, challenges, richness, and how we as Teens for Unity try to make a difference in our countries. One of the topics we talked about during the Zoom was about how we can help to eradicate world hunger. Robbie Young, an Irish Fukularino living in Kenya, helped us to learn more about this, as he talked to us about the amount of people who die every year because they do not have enough food to eat. The numbers were shocking and much higher than the deaths caused by the coronavirus. This was our first wake-up call and importance awareness. Robbie told us about 3 solutions that help eradicate this hunger. The first one is to give food directly, especially to people who are struck by disasters like war and natural disasters. The second solution is to teach people to grow their own food. And finally, the third solution is to find ways for families to earn money to buy the food that they need. After hearing these 3 solutions, we then linked something concrete we could do for each one. We can contribute to the first point by being peace builders ourselves, to the second by growing our own vegetables in our gardens and not waste any food ourselves. To the third, we can show respect for each person, for example, to appreciate the person who works hard every day so that I can have something to eat. After hearing this talk, me and my family started to pay more attention to this cause, making sure we only bought the food we needed so as to not throw any extra food away. We also started to bake cakes or treats if we saw that our milk or our eggs were about to go off in the fridge, and this helped us reduce our food waste massively. Now it's pretty rare that we throw anything away at all. It's hard to know sometimes what we can do against world hunger, but I'm sure that even the small actions can make a huge difference. Thanks.
Como lluvia suave, sutil y constante, empapemos nuestra tierra de oportunidades. Como lluvia suave, vamos hacia pa'lante, con la frente en alto sembraremos el amor. Aún hay tiempo de cambiar, sé que sin perdón no hay paz. Reconciliarse en la verdad puede sanar heridas.
Hymn to Joy, the concert. collective donation, a water pump and a well have been installed in Cambodia. Joint work with NGO Water for All.
Sembraremos el amor, calmando la sequía, regando cada día, empapemos nuestra tierra de oportunidades, calmando la sequía, regando.
To those wells, families in this village have access to drinking water. Our goal to zero hunger. This is how we want to live the Golden Rule, which is in all religions and is also shared by people of goodwill. Do to others what you would like to be done to you, either in your everyday gestures or together with friends. Our generation should be the first to eradicate hunger in the world. Thus, here is our goal. We can take action now. We are all at home and we often realize that we bought useless things. It's been a month since we stopped doing that, and thus we have saved money. Today, many people have lost their jobs and families are struggling. Why not giving them money we no longer need? We'll do it and invite you to do the same. Now it's up to you to compromise. The more we have, the better chance we have to get there. Gen 3 of the world has an ambitious project to end hunger in the whole world by the year 2030. Because we want to give food to the starving people. We were focused on people and give warm food to the people in the street. But now, however, with the pandemic, we can't leave our homes, we can't get together, and we can't do any activity to raise money. But we still have a bit of money saved, money from our birthdays, from our first communion. We thought we could still buy food. The first time we bought spaghetti, Pablo went house by house to the Gen 3 homes to collect all the food each of us bought. Eva cooked it, and the institution Help a Family delivered it. The meat we used
Hola, me llamo Adrián y tengo...
Hi, I'm Irene.
Y una
I'm
hermana
10.
llamada...
My sister is Marta. I love the spaghetti experience. Hi, I'm Pedro. I'm 10 and I have 3 brothers. I went to buy spaghetti with my mom and loved the whole experience. My name is Massimo. I'm 12 and I have a younger brother named Valentino. I love to go with my dad to buy the spaghetti and love the experience. My name is Alicia, I'm 10. I really enjoyed buying the spaghetti for the people who don't have food. I'm Miguel, I'm 11, and I live in Valencia. I hope the people enjoyed the spaghetti. I really like the experience. Now, pasta is ready.
Idea de que no hay recursos básicos.
Tenemos que ayudarnos.
Los unos a los otros.
Habla con tus padres y amigos.
Y diles que solo compren
lo que necesitan para una semana.
Que no compren cosas que habitualmente no comprarían.
Y quien tiene más dinero,
que compre los productos más caros.
Y deja lo más barato.
Para quienes no pueden permitírselo.
No
podemos dejar sin nada.
A los otros.
Mucho menos.
¿A quiénes?
No tienen suficiente.
Si tu familia tiene los recursos,
Llama a las organizaciones humanitarias
que reparten alimentos
En la zona donde vives.
Y pregunta
cómo puedes hacerles llegar una donación.
el coronavirus pasará.
Pero nuestra comunidad quedará.
Saquémosle algo bueno de todo esto. Seamos conscientes.
Y actuemos.
Olá, sou o
Hi
Eliseu.
there, my name is Eliseu. I'm a student at the secondary school Circo do Porto, and I'm a young ambassador of peace in the Living Peace Project. This year, we joined the Living Peace Network to the Zero Hunger Project. The students of our school gathered to deliver to the Casa Association, which is a center that supports homeless people. This was a good opportunity to take action, and it was incredible to see my colleagues' generosity in taking a great step towards fighting hunger and promoting peace. Now we also collect water bottles for the same institution. Hello, I'm Catarina and I'm 12. I'm Pedro and I'm 14. We live in Janas, a village near Sintra, and study in Altos Moinhos School, which is part of the Eco Schools program. Our school is focused on giving a full education to its students so that when we grow up, we can contribute to a sustainable development of our planet and live in a better world. About the second goal, Zero Hunger, we share three of our activities. At Christmas, everyone at school donates food, which is distributed through the several baskets and offered to families of students in need, this way contributing to a happier Christmas. On Healthy Food Day, we distributed apples with the goal of promoting healthy eating habits. Finally, at school, we have a vegetable garden which is looked after by the students. Besides what we can learn from it, we can also help the future. Some of the projects are offered to the citizens of Janas. Our family is also aware of the value of food. We contribute to the school activities and look for ways of decreasing food waste. For instance, we use the app Too Good To Go. Through this platform, we buy food at lower prices, which otherwise would be wasted. This is also a way of selling more and consuming food one has in the pantry. For instance, at the bakery, the bread which is not sold is made available to the next day for a symbolic price. And at the grocery store, food is not wasted either. When there is bread and vegetables left, or when there are products close to their expiration days, these goods are offered to employees and families in need. Together, we're going to build a better world. Since I started participating in the Eco Schools program, we've been learning so much. One of the things I learned was how to do compost. Since we got one composter here at home, we stopped wasting food. Once we put the fruit and vegetables left over into a composter, which I later use in my vegetable garden. Hi, I'm Joana. Margarida and I used to do a lot of things together. Also, living for a united world is one of the challenges we have in common. A while back, when we were with our friends, we decided to do a different activity. In this activity, we should write things we could share, both spiritually and materially, and also things that we were lacking. In this last point, I wrote courage, since I wanted to present Zero Hunger Project to my classmates, but I didn't have the courage to do it. This is a project launched by FAO to all young people in the world with the goal of eradicating hunger by 2030. A few weeks later, there was a possibility to do the same in my class, but I was embarrassed since I'm quite shy. So I remembered Joana and our desire of living for a united world. We found out that if we help each other, we could be stronger. We just have to start working in these small things. Just Thus, together, we prepared a PowerPoint presentation that we plan to present to our colleagues and their classes. Bye. Hello, everyone. My name is Vicente, and I'm part of a group of teenagers of Focal Arts Movement. In the holidays between Christmas and New Year's Eve, we thought about what to do in spite of these pandemic times to help and live the Zero Hunger Project, to promote, act, and mobilize. We got all these points together, and I think we came up with a brilliant idea, the Zero Hunger route. So we went on a bike ride together where we could offer prey and also donate something to those who are hungry. Fatigue, cold, and unexpected routes. We really experienced many expected things.
Começámos por ver se à nossa volta existia alguém que passasse fome. Família.
So we started by we started to see if there was anyone around us that was starving. So after the acknowledgement of hunger reality around us, we'll move to the next stage, reach the maximum number of people and make them aware of hunger problems so that together we can take action. In order to changing something, it's important with us. That's what we've done, changing our habits. Like fill your plate only with the food you're actually going to eat. If there are leftovers, you shall not cook or get a takeaway. And whatever you can save, give it directly to the vulnerable or institutions. We've also designed websites on Zero Hunger's team social networks, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube for whoever wants to follow our initiatives. Our websites are on chat right now, and you can also use them to contact us, ask questions, and share your experiences. In order to dream and reach the Zero Hunger goals together by 2030, we'd like to make a question which you can answer on the link that you can see on the chat now. The question is, what would you like to achieve with Zero Hunger Project in 5 years? In other words, by 2026, what would you like to have done that will take us to the Zero Hunger by 2030? We count on everyone's participation. In fact, as you could see, in all those experiences, Zero Hunger is possible if each one of us does their part to their neighbor. Circumstances have not defined us, but our resilience has. However, it only makes sense if we take action. It's our choices and actions, no matter how big or small they are, that have a direct impact on the basic needs of the most vulnerable. Therefore, we announce here and now another meeting like this one on the 17th October, International Day of the Eradication of Poverty, in which we can share our experiences and show the results each one of us got. We count on you. We hope that after this meeting, you'll be looking forward to taking action to make a difference in this world, which is going through a particularly controversial moment due to the economic and social impacts that COVID-19 has had and will still have across the world. More than ever, our help is really necessary. The number of people in the world who are starving has dramatically increased over the last few years. Therefore, we want to be up to the challenges and goals. Meanwhile, let's listen to Gen Verde. We'd like to thank Gen Verde Band for taking part in our transmission. Now, let's see, then we'll see some answers.
not. Just came back from the moon with the stars in his eyes. He said, up there I learned a lot. Something changes inside when you see the earth rise. Got no boundaries and no walls. That living, breathing ball. Love is underneath it all. Beneath the blue and green, connecting everything. I met a girl, she was very young, yet she spoke burning words with the fire in her eyes. She said, hey, something's really wrong. Deserts grow, people die while the oceans rise. She said, can't you see the urgency? You pretend that you care, then you look away. You are trampling on our hopes and dreams. We can't wait for a change, got to start today. You can feel it in the breeze and touch it in the trees. You hear the waterfall, love is underneath it all. It's running in the fields and swimming in the deep. Beneath the blue and green, connecting everything. Oh, yeah, believe it isn't too late to turn around. Oh, yeah, believe it isn't too late, too late, too late, too late. Come create a spirit, fill us with your love, guide us on the narrow road to heal our common home. You can feel it in the breeze, create a spirit, and touch it in the trees. Fill us with your love, there beneath the blue and green, guide us on the narrow road, connecting everything. You can feel it in the breeze, and touch it in the trees. You hear the waterfall, love is underneath it all. It's running in the fields, swimming in the deep. Beneath the blue and green, connecting everything. Oh, yeah, believe it isn't too late to turn around. Oh, yeah, believe it isn't too late, too late, too late, too late. Turn, turn, turn around. Time to turn around.
Aqui estão as respostas à pergunta que fizemos. Onde
Here are the
gostaria
answers to the questions we've made, these answers will be presented next.
And malnutrition. Caring about the others. Help our friends. Justice in the world. Distribute food to who needs the most. Zero hunger.
Estas respostas são objetivos e cada de nós irá
These
orientar.
answers show the goal that each one of us will, and they will guide each one of us together in this adventure. Thank you all and see you on the 17th of October.
Gracias.
É cada um,
Tchau.
especialmente os de mais longe.
Tchau.
É.
Tchau.
Obrigada a vocês. Tchau.
Tchau, obrigado.
Tchau,
Tchau.
Gracias.
Tchau.
Tchau.
Ciao a tutti. Ciao.
Todos.